Are you hearing it? Are you hearing the sounds? Because they're eerie. They're eerie feeling. If you're hearing sounds that are eerie like and you can't stop them, we know that a lot of people hear like clicking, high-pitched sounds in their ears. You hear booms. You might be hearing other sounds in the night. Good evening. I have just now stopped for the day, you all. I kid you not. I just now stopped for the day when I came up here. It was like non-stop. But have you been hearing the sounds? And they're kind of strange. And if you're hearing them, can you please write in here what kind of sounds you're hearing? Now, I've got one example of a sound that's being heard. And this was how it was described. They never heard it before. They've heard high-pitched sounds and all of this, but this is something different. It was like Legos stacking together, really high-pitched, but there was a click to it. So they pictured it was Legos because it sounded so precise, like Legos when they connected, like a tight click, click, click. And they're still getting it, and they got a jabbing pain associated with it. It's clicking like a Lego. It's kind of, that's what they said, Legos stacking together. Also, it's kind of like a metal-like sound. Now, granted, we can hear things, but who's to say that some people's senses, hearing is a sense, have been heightened to where they hear what's out there, you all, that the normal human ear cannot hear, but something happens and you hear something else out there. Can you please put in here what you're hearing? Because there's really something going on. And it may even have an effect on your body when you're hearing it, you all. Let me hear it. Can y'all hear me? Yes, Gina. Please, you all, please put down. We need to find out all the sounds that people are hearing. You've been home. You're feeling strange. If you're feeling strange in your own skin, that don't settle well with me. That means something is happening to our physical bodies and this realm that we live in. If you're feeling uncomfortable or strange in your own skin, something is affecting our reality, our dimension. Namaste. I can see this right here. Let me see these. You heard it? Trying to connect a call many times, Michael. Has anyone else heard a constant, like, click when you're on the phone like this? Something like that. Has anyone else heard that? Thank you for those hearts flying up the screen. 8 years, no restful sleep. Frequencies in one ear pounding your brain. Oh my gosh. You hear bass sounds all night long. Let me see this, y'all, because we got to find out. Hello, Justice. Dark Messiah. We're about to get hit by solar plasma from the sun. Coronal mass on the surface that's gigantic. You have to sleep on the couch because you feel it in your bed. I wonder if you feel it in your bed and you move to a different area of your house, if it's not some type of a geopathic stress line that is running straight under your bed one of the ley lines is running straight under your bed, and when you go to the couch, there is no line laying under your couch underground, because we know that sound travels. It does. It can travel underground through a straight line, and ley lines are straight. That's really interesting. Thank you for saying it. The skull, voice to skull, complete body control, brain appropriation, bebop, boop, boop. Okay, Japaw. Okay, you got it across the pond. Hello there, Sam, honey. Yeah, we got to find this out because something is strange. A low bass. Oh, but you go outside and you can't find it. The ringing in the ears, weird headaches. You heard the metal sound, Tunda. Has anyone else heard the metal sound? I haven't got down to the comments yet. Maybe if I pull up on my phone, I can see it a whole lot better. I just got to get over there, you all. I want to read these comments because they're very important. In the next 14 days, you're going to learn. Because our world literally is like changing. It's changing rapidly. Let's see this. Let me come on over here. Polly, honey, hello. You got the high pitch. You don't recognize yourself in the mirror. Are you saying that and you're really serious, G. Paul? Are you saying that you do not recognize yourself in the mirror? Yeah, I'm going to turn this heater on up here because I think it's cold even with this on. I'm going to have to put my jacket on. So you don't recognize yourself in the mirror. Has anyone else not recognizing themselves in the mirror? I'm going down through the comments. Spaceships are gathering up above, and that is what it is. This is the Punisher. A high-pitched whistle. Remember how they, when we were younger, we had to go to school. We had to hearing test. They stick us in this little booth. Raise your hand if you hear the high pitches. Remember that? Okay, let me get to this. A low hum. Well, is that the hum? Sometimes when I go into the Walmart, in the certain section of Walmart, you hear the hum. Go to a different area, you don't hear it. It happens like that. Practice your grounding, you all. Very high pitch. We're being upgraded. Some people may be getting upgraded. More intense at night. Pippi Lou, honey, you're so welcome. Hello, Dragonfly, honey. Let's see this. The voice of a God weapon used on some. You have talked with quite a few people experiencing sounds, and you have not experienced, but you sure do not want to dismiss it. No, you do not want to dismiss it. Deliberate weaponized frequency aimed at the brain. That very well could be true. They do have the technology to do that. Somebody's hearing something right now, and is it eerie? Is it eerie? Incessant beeping, medium range static. This sounds like something from outer space, or it could be, since we're electric beings, maybe we're picking up what's coming headed toward the earth from the sun. Oh, a low tuba-like notes in various patterns. Oh my gosh, what if it's some kind of signal from a spaceship? Kimberly, we could be getting signals. We could be having contact occurring from ships above. We could. And it could be different species. Because different species would communicate in different ways. That's a thought. That is a thought. Different sounds. Pain, heavy legs, and red eyes. Red eyes. Something's doing something to your body. Your body's getting some kind of frequency. Something's changing in your body. It's affecting your body on a molecular level. I'm way behind in the comments. I'm looking. Your dad heard it last time. Susan Donahue, Justice, yeah. Connie, yes. Convy, yes. Apple Brooks. We have house lizards making that talk noise. Y'all got to put your tinfoil hats on. If you ain't got none, go put some on. Make a tinfoil hat. Put on the full armor of God. You couldn't find something looking 10 minutes. You turned around, it was right in front of you. Okay, is anyone else experiencing that? That means your phone is tapped. If you hear this right here, my phone has been tapped since 2018. Then since 2018. Okay, let me do this. Cricket sounding too high pitches. I thought that the insectoids will make the clicking sound too. If you hear a clicking, clicking, don't you go outside when you hear the clicking sound, because they are very, you have bags under your eyes. How many other people, when you woke up this morning, you looked in the mirror and your eyes were puffy underneath and they were kind of dark because you felt like you've been awake all night and your eyes were red? Because you probably were awake all night. They probably took part of your body. Really, they probably took part of your spirit or something. Yeah. You have to wear earplugs in the day. Oh, wow. It's really affecting your body, you all. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. You all, something is, there is noise. There's sounds people are hearing, and it's eerie. And if we're hearing it, can you imagine how many other people are hearing it who are not having other people ask, are you hearing it? Are you hearing these strange sounds? And I know your animals are sensing something. Your animals are probably sensing a lot right now for the past day or so. The phone took a picture of you. I am not surprised at all. The sun looks like Sauron's eye. Oh, wow, Dark Messiah. If you all haven't saw the eye of Sauron, it's really wild. It's real wild. The truth will set us free, you all. You got to tell it how it is. Yes, there are outbreaks. There are outbreaks occurring. You got no bags. Oh, AM. Okay, AM, I got it. You got no bags. You're on preparation. That channel. Oh, I thought you said channel, History Channel. Hey, Gina. Yeah, Worldwide Ghost. Hello there. Hello to you. Welcome. They created a simulated Earth. What if we are living on a simulated Earth because our Earth got destroyed? What if that has happened? Our Earth has gotten destroyed, or we have been transported into another universe. That is a theory too. Another universe. One would say also that we are actually in the Nibiru system right now. Earth got towed into the Nibiru system. That's since the planetary system. Shaky off. You've been hearing it. And it's twice in the night with dark circles. This will pass. It will pass, you all. Listen, we got this going on. You've been up since 3:13. Oh my gosh, you all. So are you hearing the sounds because they're eerie feeling? And one particular sound that was described to me was, I got to get over here, you all. Let me see if I can get it. The particular sound that this individual has been hearing, it's like Legos. Stacking Legos together, really high-pitched. But there was a click to it. So they pictured it was Legos because it sounded so precise, like they connected so tight. Click. And they were still getting it, and they still have a jabbing in the right thing. Okay, well, let's talk about these Legos that connect really tight, because you know what we had. Oh, Gina, what are you doing? What did we do? The ships that I've documented on here, that I've been documenting from the very go-get, they are like Legos, and I have described them as having the ability to stack themselves up one on another. I have described them as that for the past several years since I've been documenting them, because of the notches that were in them. So that's really interesting. It really is interesting. I want to try to see if I can get to a picture of the notches, because I have some inverted pictures. I got way too many screenshots up here. I got it. Okay, let me think. So some of these ships right here. Am I over here? Some of these ships right here. Some of them have notches in them. Now, this is the better part of them, but these were the ships that I documented coming in by the thousands back in 2018, late 2018, by around September through 2023, around 2020, around the early part of 2020. Then I stopped documenting them, but they have like notches on them, and they are up there in the sky, but these things do have the ability to stack themselves upon one another. And we know also that the technology, or whatever, something is in the sky. Something is in the sky. Let me put this. in the sky. So I can picture that. So it's like they're connected so tight, and they click. They clicking, the clicking sound, and like mechanic, like. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can put preparation H under your eyes. That's right. That is true. You can do that. You all just don't get them in your eyeballs. You don't want that in your eyes. It's a whipping. Your dog has been sitting. Oh my, Sam. Anyone else's dog have been sitting there like Sam's dog, growling and barking at the door. Um, Trey 57, honey. Making some videos now, but stopped in to say love you always. I love you too, Trey, honey. Thank you for stopping in. It's really nice of you. Yeah, because something's happening, you all. Something is going on. Hello there, Deb Mosley, honey. Yeah, it's good to see you in New York, you all. Something, Polly, honey. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, I got to pray. You got to pray if you're a praying person. Meditate. Put your full armor of God on. You better be spiritually prepared on the inside, because there is something is happening. There are strange noises being heard by people other than, the regular high-pitched whatever. You may be feeling also, how like you're like a vacuuming, like in your ear, you can feel like pressure, like when you go underwater a little bit too much, you can feel the pressure press up against your ears. You know that feeling? I'm sure a lot of people have been feeling that too. I've been feeling that lately too. It's like it comes out of the blue. It's like it's the feeling as if when you go underwater and you feel the pressure is what it feels like. Yeah. You are in the Southwest. Do you hear anything? It's something else you are. If your animals are really behaving in ways that they haven't before, they can sense it. They can see it. They can feel the frequency that's out there. They can see the spirits that are out there. There are spirits out there, you all. You may not be able to see. Some people have the gift of seeing and, sensing. They can feel the energy of them. So some people could see the spirits that are out there in the other realm, dimensional spirits from a distance. Someone can feel their energy from a distance. They know they're there because you can just feel it. And your animals, they have I think they have both. They have both. They can see it and they can feel it. Let's see this. Yeah. Yes. Gracious Heavenly Father, may you be with each and every one of us, and may you give us the strength that we need to go forward in this life, and just may you guard us and keep your hand over us and prepare us for anything that comes our way, and help keep us strong and courageous. In the name of precious Jesus, amen. Y'all, we gotta be staying strong on the inside and courageous, because our world is truly turning. Things are turning, and we gotta stay grounded above all else. We really, truly do, y'all. But are you hearing the sounds that are out there? Your animals are hearing them. They may not even want to go outside. Is anybody else's animals like crouching low? You know how a cat would crouch low if they were in predatory mode? Has anybody's animals or their pets been doing that, or walking with their tail behind their legs? Has any of your pets been doing that lately? As if they are terrified, or they're hiding. Their tail is behind like that, like they're terrified. Okay, y'all, that just gave me goosebumps. It did. Okay. That did. And I haven't been seeing my Rosie doing it. I haven't, but that popped in my mind right now to ask, has anyone's pets been doing it with their tail behind their legs? Because that means they are literally terrified of what is out there and what is coming. She came in from the garden like that, you all. Sam's baby came in from the garden like that. This morning, oh my gosh. It was Michelle, honey, this morning. She attacked you, and the other cat climbed to the top of the tree. Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Your cat spent her last month of... Oh, my gosh. Kimberly, that's terrible. Yeah, they can play with the entities, but they can sense a good entity and or a bad entity. They can sense the good spirits. They can. Oh, wow. One had his tail. Oh my gosh. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking that the animals are picking it up, and they're like your first line of defense right there. They are your alarms. They're sounding the alarm of what's here. It's not coming, it's here. It's here, you all. They're letting you know what's here. You got to keep your vibration high. The highest vibration you can get is love. You gotta keep that love, which is the light that is within you. It's God's love. Keep it burning. Keep that light burning bright. Bright. Keep raising the frequency within. You've got to do it. You've got to do it, because it will keep the darkness, whatever this thing is out there, or these things, whatever frequency, it will keep them at bay, because it will create a buffer around you, and they can't get through it. They can't. You just got to be determined. So anyone else you've been hearing it down with something respiratory, the ringing is intense. And it's not just what they dismiss, okay? It's not. No, something is causing the ringing in the ears. Many frequencies are unraveling you off. You're just tuning in. Have you been hearing really eerie noises? Like you've been hearing scraping of metal? Scraping of metal? Like you're in a big theater, and you know how the sound just like surround sound. Have you been hearing something like that in your head or outside, either low or high? You've been hearing it. You've been hearing voices. Have you been hearing voices, you all? Somebody's been hearing voices, and they weren't hearing them before. They've been hearing voices, and they think somebody's speaking to them. When they look around, there's nobody there. Who has been hearing voices? And you answer, and there is no one there. Has anybody else's light switch? You got the light turned on. You got it turned on. The light is on. It turns itself off. Then it turns itself back on. Anybody else have been having that within the past 2 days? Within the past 2 days, you all. Within the past 2 days. Something metal, when you said just joy, that was creepy. You was just I did not mean to do that. You were just scraping your desk with your when I said that, I'm not going to tune in too much, you all. I'm not going to. I'm not going to tune in too much, okay? I'm going to try not to tune in too much. I'm not. Well, I can't help it. Oh my gosh, your lights are burning. All right, you all. A speaker play music when the power was off. Okay, you heard voices off and on a while back. Black shadows. So anybody else been seeing the black shadows? Because there are shadow beings. And when CERN opened up a portal, these scientists, there was a dark shadow being that came through and told those scientists, now that you have something us, or know us, our existence is now at threat or something. You have threatened our existence, and they were going to be back. Is the other dimension, and they were dark shadow beings. Yes, Jesus is the King. Oh shoot, my thing came down. You heard your voice, and you thought you were behind the she shed, and you were not there. It has happened more than 4 times in the last 2 weeks. That's interesting. You had angels in the den on your birthday. The last thing I have seen. Lights all over your mom. Wow. Your phone has black shadows moving around on the screen. Right now, it's probably the plasma. The plasma is a living entity. Plasma is a living entity, and you could have more than one entities living in your phone. Your phone is a portal. It is the plasma in your phone. If It can be used as a portal because it's the fourth state of matter. So entities can come through your phone. Yeah. You got a cough. Doesn't go with this pneumonia from China. You heard a loud vibrating noise like a hum for a minute or two 40 minutes ago in New Orleans, and you looked out the window, but you knew it was something you couldn't see. Oh, shoot, my comment thing keeps getting MK Ultra. Yeah. Trains in the sky. Trains in the sky. Why wouldn't there be trains in the sky? You know, they got the video games when they have floating cities in the sky, floating houses in the sky. They do. And you can see when they're floating, you can see the whole root structure with dirt all around it in these video games. Who's to say that's not real? Who's to say it's not real? It's a real dimension on the video games. It really is a different type of a reality. Okay, let's see this. Electrical pathways are spiritual conduits. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had a dream once about electrical wiring. It's going through a doorway, and there was this white wiring, and there was all of these wires, and I think they were cut. Electrical wires, all different color wires in this great big white conduit. This is different. Wiring. Hello there. Y'all hit that like button. The commercial just interrupted was Hertz Car Rental. Then the second commercial said, now that the solar flare has added a 24-hour to the day. That was the commercial that just played, Michael? Wow. Why would a commercial play like that? Are they telling us something? Is our reality shifting? Thank you for sharing that. The Hertz commercial, and then a second commercial. Now that the solar flare has added a 25th hour to the day. That was the commercial that just played. Why would they do one like that, you all? You've been hearing things. Possibly Angel. Possibly we are in an advanced video game for the aliens. You ever see that? There was a movie. They had all these kids come. They were really good playing video games. And they brought them on a ship, and they told them they were going to do a simulation of destroying this world or whatever because they had invaders. And the children, they chose this one young boy to be the commander or whatever. And they had to fight against these aliens. And it was just a simulation. Come to find out, they destroyed the whole entire civilization. And when the little boy found out, he was very upset. And they said, congratulations, you did great. Remember that? Heidi, so Heidi says all the animals with microchips can be accessed by interdimensional beings. And you heard that low-level frequencies coming from bulbs. You've seen them for decades, shadow light forms, and Mandela effect. We have lots of ads on TV using the reptilians. Are you serious? They're coming out of the shadows is what's happening. They're coming out of the shadows. The Sims game, you saw fake birds today. Okay, has anybody else seen any fake birds today? Because they are out there. And if they're out there, why are they fake? Why are the birds fake? Have you been here? Okay, I got to get back to my main topic, you else. What I got to do, I'm going to come over here and look at the main topic. Are you hearing the sounds? And they're eerie. They're an eerie feeling. The sounds that you could be hearing. And the one sound that I was referencing this morning, not this morning, just a while ago, was the description of it was it was like Legos stacking together, really high pitched, but there was a click to it. So they pictured it was Legos because it sounded so precise, like when the Legos connected so tight. Click, click. And they were still getting it, and they had a jabbing on their right temple. Jabbing, just a jabbing. That's wild. That is really wild. You hear a low thing that fluctuates. I'm trying to get up here to these things, you all. Ringing in your ears for ears. years. Just in time. Oh, Die Hard. Oh, wow. Talking about the birds, you've seen vultures. Has anybody seen a lot of vultures lately where they're at too? Okay. So Ashley Faye, honey, we're going to look at Ashley Faye's comment. Let me see if I can come over here and see Ashley Faye's comment. I know we're talking about the hum, but we got to, Ashley, honey, let me find your comment. She has noticed that people's skin is changing. Is you all having skin changing on you? You all, is your skin changing? You're hearing clicks. Let's see. The pole shift is amping up, speed of 10 miles per year. Yeah. They're coming out of the shadows. You caught the shadows and light out of the corner of your eyes. Okay, it's odd. It's very warm in Canada, where O'Rider is at for this time of year. The poles cannot shift because the Earth is flat. Okay, that's a theory too. I don't think they would be talking about a complete, like, I don't think they'd be talking about like a complete, like flip like that. You could have something inside the Earth itself that literally turned like a needle, like something shifted inside the Earth that would change the polarity of the Earth. You would have something inside the Earth that would change the polarity of the Earth. Regardless, even if it was a compass, you know how you have a compass, you can lay a compass flat. And you can still see, even on a flat compass, I'm trying to fix this. I'll get this off even on a flat compass, when you're holding a flat compass in your hand like this, the needle is still going to point true north. And if the poles shift, if the polarity shifts, it's going to shift. Even though it's flat, it's still going to shift, okay? It will still shift even if it's flat. It doesn't have to be round, okay? It doesn't. It could even do it when it's flat. You're feeding the birds. Have you seen a decline in the population? You know, what's happening over here because something's going on. You got ringing in your ears. Let's see. Your skin is burning. Is anybody else's skin is burning? You mean it's burning? Radiation will burn your skin. It will burn your skin, and it will it'll do something to your cells in your body too. It will. Yeah. Your eyes are burning at times. Anybody else's eyes are burning? Because there's a chemical in the air. There's something in the air, some type of substance in the air. Are we within the ice wall? Let's see. Four corners of the earth. You hear high-pitched screeching sound, Vonda. Ginger Crosby, you're a reptilian. I talked to a lady a couple months ago. I did, and she have seen two reptilians that live in this area, not where I'm at, but in the area she is, in a part of Indiana. She literally seen them, and they blended in with their families. They did, and she caught them shape shifting, and they didn't want to be caught. Now that's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, but they weren't rude or anything to her, but she felt them she saw them shape shifting. Yeah. There's less people around. Anybody else noticing there's less people around when you go anywhere? Yes, Daryl Calhoun, honey. In Indiana, hello, Larissa, honey. Yeah, is anybody else, I don't even know what I said. I can't remember what I said. Anybody else doing something? What was it that I said? Anybody else noticing less people around? Because I've been noticing it too in the stores. Less people. I don't know if there's less cars on the road, but when you go to the stores, there's like less people in some of the stores. You're seeing less people. Where are the people going? Where are they going, you all? Yeah. Where are they disappearing? Are they dying? Because if they're not dying, then they're getting taken by the aliens. They're getting taken by the aliens if they're not dying. That's a theory. The aliens are taking them. The aliens are harvesting the earth. Or they are like a hologram, a program, and their program has ended and they got switched off. If we are in like some type of a program, a virtual reality, then their character literally disappears. And when they disappear, every single memory associated with that character is gone, erased from all the other people's minds on the earth and even their existence. Come, let me talk about this. What is on my shirt over here? Let me get this up. Let me tell you something. Okay, let's talk about the Men in Black. What is on my shirt? It's like a dirt on my shirt. Gina, you don't have to mess with your shirt right there. Well, I wanted to mess with. Like the Men in Black. You notice when something happens, an event occurs, the aliens show up, and a town gets destroyed. They go chasing the aliens and stuff, and people are seeing it. But the Men in Black come around, the crew comes around, they do the cleanup, the people are still seeing what's happening, and then they gather the people all around them and they take their thing, and then they forget. The memory, everything is gone and everything is back to normal. What if that's happening to us? What if that's happening to us? We don't see very many people, but we have maybe in a different part of us, we have seen it happen and they have erased our mind and we don't even realize it. We could have horrific things happening. We could, just like that, seeing all this stuff happening, but they're so good at wiping our mind however, and we don't have a memory of it. We don't even have a memory of their existence. How can that be? There's something to that too. There really is. I don't know how we got off on that. How did we get off on that? Yeah. It's Sammy Star, honey. Okay, so you beat you down the send button, you all. You wonder what's going on with the schools. What's going on with the air conditioning and the heating? They ain't got no air conditioning and heating in the school systems. Is that what's happening? That 3 of us in this chat. That's 3 of us. Lisa Whitley, honey, that's 3 of you in the chat saying what? You got to tell me what it is because I missed it. The reality is splitting into 2 different realities, 3D and 5D. What if that is truly happening? Because there is like a 3D, 4D, 5D. And who's going to... Hey, that would make sense why we're seeing less people, wouldn't it? Because the other people are in the 3D reality and they could have already split and we have no access to that world again, but still we have some of the people in this world that we're in. What if that happened? How many people in here? Oh, and the reptilian RH negative. Yeah. There is quite a few people in this community, like UFO community, New Age, but it's not New Age. Awareness community that are that type. They are the rare blood types, and you have to ask yourself why. Why are they drawn to it? Is there something they know that the others don't? Is there? There is something to it. There is something going on, you all. Let's see this right here. The schools had all new air conditioning and heating, and the kids got sick. Oh, yes. So we got this right here, you all. Oh, that's right, you all. So we could be in splitting the timelines, and that's maybe why we're not seeing very many people where we're at. Some people may not even be aware that they're not seeing very many people because they may still be seeing the same amount of people. How on earth is that possible to live in a reality alongside another, like a parallel world? Is there supposed to be three parallel worlds, 1, 2, 3, something like that, something 3, 3, 4, and 5D. And there's not going to be very many. If you're going to go into 5D, you're not going to have very many people in it. But will you have an awareness that there's not that very many people? Will you? Yeah. The robots everywhere are fake people. Well, I don't care if it's a robot per se, as long as I'm going to be treated with love and kindness. If I'm going to have to live among another species, I hope that that species abides by the universal law of love. That is the universal law. It's love. I hope that that other species abides by that law. I really do, because then you can get along. But if they do not abide by that law, then you're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem if you don't abide by the law of love. We're going to have a problem. Dirt on your shirt, 1,000. Oh. Let me see this, you all. So what's happening? There's let's see, you all. So have you been hearing any strange sounds that you normally haven't heard? Anybody hearing the hum sounds, like hum, or grounding sounds? Some people can hear grinding sounds from the sky, screeching metal. This one lady on here said, Gina, right when you said, is anybody hearing any screeching metal? She said, right now when you said that, I was rubbing a piece of metal on her desk and it was screeching. Yeah. Okay, you've heard it. You've heard screeching metal in the sky. And if you saw that video last night of the moon, and it was Orion. Orion was going over the moon, and it was going over the areas where the Apollo craft, where it had landed in spots, and it was showing that actual footage that they put out there. And the moon literally looked like pixels. It looked like a great big metal thing with metal bars at one point, only at the tips. And the cube things came down like a Tetrix thing. They came down, shifted, and then they went back up to form the whole image of the moon. Now that is saying that what if there's like a Death Star up there? Okay, what about the Borg? In the Borg movies, was there screeching heard from sky? What about in the Star Wars movie? Was there any kind of screeching or something like that coming from the sky that people heard? Because if there was, then you can correlate that with what you're hearing now. You really can, even though it's in the movies, because they're going to emulate is what they're going to do. You could hear a pin drop at night. Let's see this, Shua. So that's what we're thinking. High-pitched noise. And it's not good, Shua. So, Rick Mark, you keep hearing like booming sounds under your feet. Especially when you're trembling pretty hard. Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't see the moon before I came out here. I didn't even see it coming over the trees, and the sky was very, very dark. Although I could see stars in the sky. The sky is very dark tonight, which is really strange, because how could you see the sky? How can you see the stars bright in the sky, but you can't even see any sign of the moon, and the moon is supposed to be bright, even though the stars are shining perfectly out there and it's dark? You can't see the moon. But last night you could see the stars shining brightly, and you could see the moon come up. Couldn't see it when I came up here. I don't even know if it's out right now. And if it's not out right now, what's happening to it? We got less people equals, yeah, stop, here's the phrase. Stop economic growth and you stop global warming. Yuval Harari, that's what he said. The streaky clouds, you look like aircraft trails. The 4D and 5D, they're overlaying our 3D reality. You got it going on. So high-pitched sounds, you all. And if your animals, like we said on here before, some people's animals are terrified to go outside. They've been having their tail tucked between their legs when they go outside, and they're being frightened to death. They're scared to death. And the hair standing up on their backs because something's out there. And it's not to say that it's out there everywhere where everybody's at. In certain locations, it's more prominent. And people laying on their bed having terrible, like a headaches or pressure or pounding, and move away from the bed and go on the couch, or hearing sounds, move out of the bedroom, go onto the couch, and you're not hearing them. And it could be because of a specific ley line that is going underneath the bed, like some kind of stress line, and the energy is traveling through it, and it's causing it. The energy is affecting your body in a very bad way. That would really make sense if you moved to the couch and there was no type of line like that running underneath your couch. Yeah. You're feeling good. Everybody's feeling good. We got 5:30 in the morning. It's coming. That's for sure. Something is coming. We got a planet of love. Get you some love on the inside of your being. Right there. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Get you some love on the inside of your being, you all. Yeah, you're really going to need it. You're really going to make that. You got to make that love grow. Whatever you can do to grow that love. Grow it. Grow it. We're in the tribulation, for then there will be a time of distress unequaled from the beginning of the world, and never to be equaled again. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. Great distress is also great tribulation. Never happened before. You're going to have it happening. The poles are not shifting. We got the energy, we got it going on. Headache in the back of your head for 5 days. That is not nice. It's not nice. If you all might want to try a tinfoil hat, truly, really. Put it on your head, and you can put a scarf on your head. Put a bandana on your head if you don't want to look silly or anything. Try it. Try walking around and put a tinfoil hat on your head. Just make it covered like a little, See how it works for you. Don't knock it until you try it, because it works for some people. It truly does. It's like a Faraday cage, more or less. You'll put your devices in a Faraday cage. Well, you can put your head in a Faraday cage with a aluminum foil is what you can do. Yeah. You have felt the ground shaking, very slight, and you can just barely feel it. You've been feeling it for years. You got to put on the full armor of God. A Faraday material works too, you all, if you got it. When your crown chakra is open, you have to go out and you wear sock cap or noodle. Okay, it's great. Yeah. You felt it all night, you all. You felt it all night long. All night long. So, are you hearing the sounds? And they're eerie. Eerie like sounds, you all. Eerie sounds. I'm just going to type it in. Just to do it. I am. Just to do it. See, look at this. The source behind a mystery sound heard all around the world. Strange sounds heard all around the world. Terrifying sounds being heard from the sky all around the world. Are we over here on this? I'm trying to get this on here. The origin of an apocalyptic noise. An eerie trumpet sound heard in different countries around the world. I hope that this is working, because I cannot see. My screen has frozen up on me and I don't know what it's doing. They allegedly came from a sky, played once again. But this time the hair-raising noise was heard around 3 p.m. You know what? It's around 3 p.m. and then let's talk about this, because it's around 3 p.m. Let's say this. 3 p.m. in the day, a lot of times when people were getting so exhausted, you couldn't even hold your eyes open. And now they're saying the strange sound happened around 3 p.m. in the sky. It's when you get to the point you can't even hold your eyes open. You could fall asleep standing up. And it does come around that time span right there. Perhaps it's affecting people in different parts of the world, and different people with different, within them in a different way. But yeah, it's around the 3 o'clock time span. Just like over here you are, around 3 o'clock. the source behind the mystery. No, listen to the eerie sounds coming from around the world's largest living. No, I don't want to do it. Rumbling, eerie sounds are millions of leaves rumbling in a thunderstorm. Okay, the hum. A worldwide hum sound. What did they say it was? No, we hear the hum, and it might not be too pretty. Strange sounds emanating from the... Well, you know, the sky is changing. The sky is looking really... Look. They got a book on it. Sounds around the corner. Look at this. Strange sounds in the sky. You know, harp can do that too. Being heard. More strange sounds being heard around the world. What is the strange sounds? What are the strange sounds? Look at that. You got to close your ears to hear them, you all. It's the strange noises. Screeching. Oh, this is really perfect. Now we got it, you all. Now we got to the timbercreek.com. We got to go over here. We got to see it. Now we found something, you all. So look at this horror spot. Strange noises heard all around the world. Look at this. Oh, this is really interesting because you don't see any pinpoints occurring over here in Russia and China. There is no documentation on them. No, there's no data over there. But there sure is a lot of data in these areas right here. What's the strange sounds heard? They're not saying what it is. That's about right. You don't have a legend on here, though, to where we could see what it is. Emulating from the sky in a location where the noises were heard. They have heard loud sonic booms, blaring trumpet, robotic-like noises. They've been heard in large numbers of countries at a random times of the day. The media has covered these instances, but the media are baffled. Rather, they don't know what it is, and if they tried to tell, they wouldn't be able to. Earthquakes. Okay, so I wanted to know what it was. Background noises. Look, Earth can make background noises, which people generally do not hear. Response is credible. Sounds that are not audible to the human ear. Well, in this case, we're hearing things that we should not be hearing. Okay, how about that? You're hearing things that you should not be hearing. And we got some apocalyptic sounds. Apocalypse happens. There will be trumpet sounds and things like that. So we got this activity. Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field. The Earth is moving within, and, you know, we could be hearing sounds like that echoing. You could, really, if you think about it. Look, the last major theory. Let's look at this right here. A natural theory, okay, sounds could be space quakes, which is timber of the Earth's magnetic field. Oh, it's getting pummeled. Relating to this, it is also speculated that it could be space objects smashing into each other or other space activity. It really could be. There could be have a battle going on up there. Some said how often the sounds could be space quake theory. This is another one. We're going to talk about the aliens. One last major theory is that the noises are coming from aliens. They're coming from the aliens. And it could range from an alien war in space. That's what I think it is. It could range from an alien war in space between different species. Oh, wow. Different species of aliens porting through space, or even aliens sending the Earth message through the sounds. Through the sounds. Someone said here they felt like they were hearing, the sounds had a certain tone to them. The tones are, something was changing. They said they felt like they heard, it sounded like some kind of signal or message coming. The aliens sending Earth a message through the sounds. While there's no solid backup to this, it makes sense to some due to the nature of the sounds. Loud noises happening all over the world. So it very well could be different species of aliens up there in the sky battling, or aliens sending their Earth message through the sounds. It could be something like that. They're sending messages through these sounds that we're hearing. And I said that earlier in the video. Different types of species would send different types of sounds or frequencies. Different type of thing. They wouldn't all communicate in the same way. Yeah, y'all got to be kind in here. You really do. Gina, you look tired. Well, I've been going on nonstop. It's 8:30 at night almost. I'm not coming back on here at 8:30. I'm not going to say I'm not, because I don't know what the future holds. I don't. I know I need to make myself I need to wind down, you all. I need to wind down. Yeah. The atmosphere and the magnetic field. Let's just think of it. The Earth's magnetic field. It's a magnetic field, which it is really being pummeled. The Earth's magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field makes noise. It does. It just makes noise. Just like that. What does NASA reveals strange sounds of Earth's magnetic field? NASA's HARP project captures the eerie sounds of Earth's magnetic field. You can't sleep. What's it sound like? What does it sound like? I want to know what it sounds like. Come on, push this button right here. Can you tell it? Oh, divine music. Have you heard that before? Have you heard divine music at night time? I have. It's like, sounds like beautiful angelic music, trumpet-like music at night. And I remember laying in bed and just listening to it for around 30 minutes. I did. It was back in around 2018. It was the most beautiful sound I ever heard. Can be heard in high-tech deep. Proved to be space radiation, musical instruments, Earth's massive magnetic. I'm not going to pay it, you all. I'm not going to play it at all, you. I'm not. So it is depleted. Oh, look at this. Changing solar winds. We got something over here. Short films incorporate the sounds. I can't do it, but it does have a sound. It's just like static. Like static electricity has sounds, you all. It does. Static electricity. And you know, when you like take your feet and you like move your shoes on the carpet because you want to shock somebody when you was younger in school, and you take your finger and you shock them, you can hear the sound of it. You can see the spark and you can hear the sound of it. You can hear it. So there is something going on. Definitely spooky sounds for the first time. Solar system symphony. Earth's magnetic field drops the beat. Boom boom is what it does. Field protects life. Popular science. See the needle going back and forth. Boom. That's what it is. It just spins like a compass. Whether the compass would be one that an engineer's compass that you would hold in your hand to find the polarity, which is true north and which is south. It's flat. An engineer's compass is flat. It's not a big round ball, and it's still going to point to true north, but the true north is going to be in a different spot. So yeah, you all, this has got the sounds coming on. You do. Have you been hearing strange sounds and they feel eerie? Your animal's been sensing them and things like that. That's what we're talking about. Things like that. Yeah. Oh, there are demons that live amongst us, and they the demons will haunt you and try to steal what you own, but you got to keep them at bay. My nose is really starting to itch now for some strange reason. It really is. I think I better stop now. I'm going on 1 hour, you. I am going to end this video. I got to wind down. I do, but it's if you have been hearing strange sounds and things of that nature, you're not alone. You're not. And I really thanked the person who shared they were sleeping in the bed and their head was pounding or something, and they moved to the couch and they weren't feeling it. I really do believe it's one of the type of ley lines or stress lines underground, going right under that bed. The energy is coming from it, and the couch does not have one. So if you all know how to move the ley lines, if you have that ability within you to move those lines in your house, move them to outside the house, but pray about it first, because you got to be really careful. Yeah, that way you might be able to lay in your bed if there indeed is a ley line that is running across your bed, right underneath your bed. They do that. You can find them. So I'm going to go. Yes. Hello, Hood Science. Country boy, hello. High tech, deep underground. Yes, you got it going on. You know there's one here in Raleigh. It'd be really great. It'd be great to have a lot of people. See, that's what it is. You have a lot of people who can move the ley lines and go do some ley line mapping and stuff. It'd be great. It would. I know that you have people who do work on the Earth's planetary grid. They do, which is good too. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the skill to do that, but they do have people who go out and do that, which is wonderful. So I'm going to go, you all. We got some weird sounds happening. We do. Thank you all for all the comments. Thank you, moderators. And looks like we had a really good turnout tonight, and a lot of good comments, a lot of good input, which is wonderful. So I am going to Lawless Venture. Well, I find them with copper tubing rods. Copper tubing. I took refrigerant lines that were copper tubing, the old refrigerant lines, and I shaped them. I put a handle on them, and they extend out. They're pinched at the end and open at the bottom, and it's copper. So of course, you know, when you do electricity to a house, you have to have a grounding rod in the ground to ground all the electricity. Well, I use that, and I can literally take them, and I can find the ley lines under the ground. I can find where they're at. I can map them completely, and I can move them too. Not everybody can do it. I didn't know I could do it until my friend a long time ago, it was years ago. Well, within 10 years ago, she asked me if I had any to find the ley lines in her house. I said, I don't even know what those are. She said, well, yes, you do. I said, no, I don't. And then I made my own, and I found them, and I moved them. Yeah, you can move them. There's people who do have the ability to move them and to neutralize them. Yeah, and that's yeah, you can do it. Oh, that's good, Gia Lee, that you made a tinfoil hat. It does work. There are people who will tell you that it works. It makes a difference because they really get bombarded, and it makes a difference. It shields them. Just think your head is you got a Faraday cage on your head, and I'm not, yeah. If you do it for your devices, your head's much more important than your devices. It is. All right, you all, you can grab that tin foil. The thicker, the better. You can put a double layer of tin foil. You can even make those sailor hats. You know how you take a piece of paper and you would put it in a triangle. You fold it over, and then you flip up the sides and you put it on your head. That was pretty cool. It was, but the other one, that'd be great too. I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. It's been really wonderful seeing all the comments on here. It really is. And a lot of good input. Please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and join this channel. You won't get nothing special for joining the channel except your name and whatever. But I think YouTube likes it. It might help the channel to grow and the videos to get out more. It might. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, you all. Love you.